What's up, Thursday? Hope you guys are having a great day. Welcome to today's edition of the DMC. I'm your host, Chuck Fulkerson. We're going to take a look at the markets from an educational perspective as we are up a little bit this morning. And I say a little bit. The S&P is up 28 points. Nasdaq's up 114, so maybe it's a little bit more than a little bit. As we are testing a little bit of resistance this morning. So let's go ahead and dive in to our opportunities. If you're new to the channel, do me a favor, click the subscribe button, hit the notification bell so you get the alerts and the updates and all that fun jazz. And we'd love to see you over at tradersarmy.com. Take a look at what it is that we do at Traders Army. All right, so looking at the S&P, we had a little area up here that we thought could make for a confirmation short. And we did come into this level and got a pretty good move away for about a 2-to-1 reward to risk. But then we never really made it up to the hourly level that existed up above there. So looking at that level, what I'm going to do, because we've come close to it, we didn't quite get in. And at this point, I think that it's probably not going to be a level that I want to lean on again because it's already been tested. And it was already tested in the Nasdaq as well. And so I'm going to remove that area. And so the next level that I'll find would potentially be a bit of a breakout trade. So if we get a little basing here around 38.20, look for that as an opportunity for a breakout to exist. 4-hour chart is still in a bit of a downtrend, but we do have a higher swing low. I don't have an official higher swing high as of yet, but I do have a higher swing low. And so if you want to be a little bit proactive in there, you can get long on the breakout above this 38.21. Now, you still have a gap fill area up above that could serve as a pretty good opportunity to get short again, and as well as a target on a breakout here, provided that we get quality basing. Next, in the Nasdaq hit that level we talked about on yesterday's DMC. Got a really nice move away from that level. The second time in, we pierced that area. So I'm going to remove that level at this point. Above that, we have the gap fill area, which is a bit closer, which makes me a little bit less interested in taking a breakout trade in the Nasdaq. Below us, when it comes to kind of, what do we have from a demand perspective? If you want to take a pullback of a quality demand area, we do have a little level in here that I think could be a decent little turning point at 11,627. And so I'll try to get this video up soon enough that level's not been pierced yet. For a potential turning point long opportunity. Now, why do I like this? Because we have a little bit of a rally-based rally above a pivot low at an area which was acting as an overnight resistance point. Old resistance oftentimes acts as new support, and so that turns that into a bit of a fair price value area. Next, taking a look at our crude oil markets. So crude oil, we've got this falling downtrend. We rallied up a little bit yesterday. In the morning time. We did have a 15-minute supply level that unfortunately got blown through. And so this next turning point area would be up here at 107.60 by 108.28, and that shows up pretty cleanly on the 1-hour chart, this wick over wick. Now, we'd come close to that already, so what I'm going to do is remove that one and just leave the upper level. Now, the other thing to consider is that we are sitting right on a bit of a falling trend line. And so that's a pretty sharp decline on that falling trend line. And we've put in what could be a base for price to rally higher. So I think you're at a kind of a pivotal point right now in crude oil for the week that if we break above this 109.27, I think there's really lots of evidence that says we'll go back up to 115 pretty easily. If we roll over here, you're probably looking at getting short somewhere down below here, down below 102.50. So the point is that what I'm thinking right now is that I'm gonna be a little bit patient and wait for price to go one way or the other. If you want to be the most aggressive, you can do a candle-to-candle short where we are right now. looking for some sort of a candlestick reversal pattern. Gold remains what we've looked at for a while. There's just not a whole lot happening in the gold markets from a trade perspective. So I'm just going to leave gold alone. And then if I go take a look at a couple of currencies, we spoke the other day about the fact that it's time to take some money off the table in the Japanese yen, as the yen had made a nice little run on our breakdown trade. The retest of that area, we did come up into that, but it's been 6 candles and we've not gotten a definitive move away. So if you took that short, you're probably sitting at about break even, or you got a little profit. I'd take your money off the table at that point. So I'm going to put this line down here for our next breakdown, because that's ultimately what I'm really looking for in yen opportunities, are breakdowns when I get a bit of basing. And until the well runs dry, I'm going to keep going back to that well. So keep an eye on that one. Looking next at bonds, the 10-year note. So looking at the U.S. 10-year note, we've rallied up near this area of supply, got a little pullback, and then poked through it. No real entry was given because it's confirmation. We never traded 50% of the way into the level. And so that trade never gave us a real entry. So I'm going to remove that area. And technically, you still have below us this 15-minute area of demand for a potential turning point. 116.2 by 116.165. And then the euro, if I take a look at the euro here real quick, very strong move up. We call that a speed candle. We anticipate that that speed candle would indeed get retraced. Well, another one was put in the overnights right here. So that tells me that right now there's not a whole heck of a lot to do in between the areas of demand and supply. So that's all I have for today, everybody. If you guys have any questions, shoot us an email, support@tradersarmy.com. I appreciate you joining me this morning. Talk to you soon. See ya. Hey, thanks for joining us. If you like what we do, please make sure you hit that subscribe button. It's the only way the computers know that you're actually alive and really care. And go to tradersarmy.com today to learn a bit more. And if you want to see some of our other videos, click here in the box.